for this opportunity to represent the Lincolnton Rotary Club and also Rotarians everywhere. We recognize the 2011 Man of the Year. I've got quite a bit to say. All of this was sent to me when this person was nominated as Man of the Year. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this person, but let me begin by telling you that there is a concept, there is a phrase in Rotary called service above self. And I see Rotarians nodding their heads. Basically, this is the premise of Rotary. Service above self. And the person who is being chosen this year as the Man of the Year by the Rotary Club exemplifies this concept. He lived the idea of service above self. His commitment to professionalism, to integrity, to community service, lived out in his life. And through his life, he touched so many people here in Lincoln County. Let me illustrate with some specific examples. He was a Lincoln County native, and he lived during his life in both Lincolnton and in Denver. Now, that's important because some of you may know that in the years past, there was occasionally some friction between Lincolnton and Denver about some issues. This guy worked really hard, has worked really hard to bridge that gap, living in both areas. He understood the needs, demands, interests, and the concerns of both communities. And he did everything he could to be the oil to eliminate that friction. He worked hard to reconcile the differences. This man exemplified professionalism. He was one of the most successful businessmen in Lincolnton and Lincoln County for over a quarter of a century. He served this Chamber of Commerce for a long, long time in many different ways, including 6 years on the board of directors, 4 years on the executive board. He was vice president of the Organizational Improvement Division. He chaired a number of committees, including the Membership and Small Business Council. 3 different times he was chair of the membership drive. And 3 different times he led the campaign personally, bringing in over 100 new members during those 3 drives. When he initiated the East Lincoln Division to help smooth some of that friction between Lincolnton and Denver, he personally signed up 63 new members in East Lincoln. He eventually went on to become the youngest chair ever of the Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce. He was instrumental in establishing the first ever business after hours at the McGuire Nuclear Center. Most of you have been there, and you've enjoyed the fruits of that first business after hours. It was established in 1990. Now it's grown to be a 3 Chamber of Commerce event with thousands of people in attendance. Aside from his chamber involvement, he was part of the Focus 2000 Committee for Lincoln County. He was instrumental in leading the charge for liquor by the drink, even though he took a lot of criticism for that, and even generated some personal ill will, but he felt it was best for Lincoln County, economically, and to help move Lincoln County forward. Perhaps his greatest and most lasting impact on this community was a commitment to improve the transportation system here in Lincoln County. And he took that as his personal mission. The entire time that I knew this man, he was always working on doing something to improve the road system here in Lincoln County. From 1992 to 2011, he was the chair of the Chamber of Transportation Committee. And for most of us, he was the Transportation Committee. He scheduled public hearings. He did a town hall where he brought in the representative of the Board of Governors of Transportation. He met with Governors Martin, Hunt, Easley, and Purdue, all to represent Lincoln County. He was instrumental in completing 321 to service the needs of Lincolnton. Then he was the man who cut the ribbon for Highway 16 to service the needs of East Lincoln. He formed a 3-county chamber committee in 1998 to improve Highway 73. This man was committed to excellence in everything he did. He was committed to community service. He was also committed to his family and to his God. He was an active layman in the First Presbyterian Church here in Lincolnton. He was a lifelong member. He was a scout leader. He was president of the men of the church. And he was a devoted father. He also served in a lot of other capacities, including serving with LEDA. He served the United Way, Lincoln Medical Center Foundation. He worked with high-risk youth. The list just goes on and on. And most of you know by now of whom I speak. It gives me such great pleasure to announce that the 2011 Lincolnton Rotary Club Man of the Year is my friend, the late James Bo Moore. Please join me in standing as his father comes forward to accept the award. Mr. Moore. You may be seated.
And it's an honor for us to receive this plaque. But I know that he appreciates it, and he knows it, and we're real proud of it. I just want to say a couple other things. In order to receive this award, you have to be nominated. And I want to thank the person or persons that accumulated the information. It's not an easy job to nominate someone. It takes a lot of work. So I want to thank them for that. Thank the nominating committee and the Rotary Club and the chamber. You know, the chamber was Bo's life. And I guess it still is. I just have one other thing. I'd like to recognize his best friend, his mother.
It's my deepest regret that Bo's not here tonight to accept this award, because he would have been thrilled and so honored. As past chairman of the chamber, he took that role very seriously. His motto back then was, "The best today for a better tomorrow." And he truly believed that. And he loved his community, and he loved helping others. That was just in his nature. And on behalf of our family, my mom, my dad, Bo's son Austin, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.